Hello everyone, VT Archer here, and welcome to the wonderful world of whitetails. What oh well, if all you got is trail cam videos to go with, you might as well try to have some fun with them. I'm going to talk about this moose here. 7/6/2016. There she is, that's Mama. She's looking back because the kid didn't follow her, I'll bet you $1. But I'll bet you $1 too, she's going to be starting looking for something else. Want to see what it is? 9 days after I purchased the property, signed it up, I was down here. I left this day, and this bad boy comes walking through. And I'm willing to bet he found her last year. He's a big boy. That was like 5 or 6 days before the opening of the moose season down here. I didn't have a permit. Didn't matter. I tried to get a permit this year, didn't get one. Maybe next year. Who knows? We'll see. But I know he found her. I think I know. Anyway, through more recent, I think this is her. This is the new plot I'm trying to make. I'll show you what a fail that is in a minute. And there is the kid. His son or daughter, I can't tell which at this age. Only get the thing at the perfect angle and it never gets there. But it's fun seeing them. It's fun seeing them. Let's talk whitetails again. I think we can reasonably assume that this is the smallest buck using my property. This is a little bitty food plot that I parked down in what I call the Five Corners. My son hates me calling it that because the Five Corners is the middle of town where I live. But anyway, I call it the Five Corners because it's fun. There's 5 pathways that come in and out of here, so I put a little plot of throw and grow there. The flies must be bugging these deer to death, though. Look at that. Flies on that deer. Poor kid. Come on, start whipping that tail at it. There we go. Now, we can't leave the does out of the equation. On 6/22 at 5:18 a.m., this doe walks up the brand new trail that Jim just created. I'll talk about Jim later. Now, I can't tell. I know she doesn't look pregnant, but you never know. It's hard to tell. Looks rather maybe a year and a half, 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old maybe. Doe, I don't know. I don't know how to age a doe. If anybody does, feel free to comment on how old you think that doe is. But the interesting thing about this is 6/22/16. This doe walks by this trail. Now I can't tell the difference in the does. Like I said, this one looks a tick shorter. But on 6/24 at 11:15 a.m., while Jim is actually working down in the field with his excavator, this doe walked by. Just walked by at 11:15 a.m. But she looks a little shorter than the other doe, in my opinion. But she might be a little bit further away from the camera, too. It's hard to tell. But the reason that's really curious is the time is 11:15, 6/24, 2/16. Check that. Watch this. 3 minutes later. The thing about that, I cannot do that. I think I just goofed up the whole recording. I can't stop it quick enough to see if that doe looks similar to the other one. It looks taller. It's on the same side of the road and it looks a lot taller than that last doe. So I don't know, maybe her last year's fawn found her and she says, I'm moving. But all this is while Jim is down in the field. I'm working on a new plot. But I thought I'd get all the little ones in while I had. I'm going to show you how I'm upset with our black bears. There's a couple reasons why. Now on June 22nd, the same day that other doe, which I think is this actual doe, first went by that other trail, she found this food plot. Okay? That was on the 22nd of June. She finds the food plot. I don't see her eating, just walking through it. She's chewing something though. Okay? She finds the food plot on the 22nd. On the 28th of June, this small bear walks by. It looks like he's been bitten in the butt by something. Probably his mama kicking him out because she's got the babies now. Okay? Maybe not. I don't know. But he's got a bruise on his back. And it's the 28th of June at 1:40 p.m. Sorry. Now, This is the reason why I think I don't see any does in daylight hours in this food plot anymore. This is the very same day at 6:20 p.m. This little doe, remember the little doe? Walks up right to where that bear crosses, sniffs and says, I'm out of here. I'm gone. And that's just the little doe. That ain't the big doe. Okay? And that's the reason I don't think the does are, she ain't brought, I haven't seen anything of that fawn except that one video. I got 4 cameras out there now. Now I actually got 6 now, but I had 4 at the time. Now hiding her hair of her or the baby. Well, I might have seen her, but not the baby. I'll show you her. I think it's her. Now I think this is the mother. 7/2/16, but this is the only video I have ever daytime in this food plot. Daytime. But I'm not even sure it's the mother. But it's way before those weeds were eaten by the bucks. There are nocturnal in here, except that one on the first page, on the first video. They're nocturnal in here. And I think it's probably because of the bears. And I'll show you the neat reason, too, I'm mad at the bears. Now pay close attention. It's quick. It's quick. This is a second camera that I put on that food plot. Something. That's Mama Bear. That's Mama Bear right there. So what's going on with the camera? That baby moose. One of the 2 baby moose. I mean, baby bears. One of the 2 baby bears is moving that camera. Dang it. After this video, all I got on that camera were pictures of leaves, and a lot of them. It was parked right in front of them. They were moving all the time. But enough of this video. Now this is an insult. That little bear, move that camera. It says, you're not going to watch me and Mom eat. Or my brother, my sister. You're not going to watch us eat. You're going to watch over here. We're going to go sit in the clover. This is 7 days later. The bears seem to come in here every 6 to 7 days, like once a week. But the kicker was, on this video here, the next one that this camera took, he sort of helped me. First, I wouldn't have gotten this view of Mama looking for her kids, saying, where you boys at? Where you boys at? Can't see you anywhere. See her stand up on her hind paws like that. She's looking for them. She can't find them. But because the baby moved the camera, I got to see that. Wouldn't have seen that, the camera had been pointing way over here. She found something and she's starting to run after it. That was so interesting. But another video, even more interesting to me anyway. That bear did a lot more to help me than it would ever thought it did. Now the camera is facing the throw and grow product I put in there. And there's a doe, like I said, I see them at nighttime. But this doe has company. I know it's a little early for the company she didn't want, but she's being followed. We think this is pinstripe. We're not sure. Can't tell by his tail because it's never really gets going away from us in this angle. But she walks through, he walks through. Another thing it let me know. The doe's coming in and eating the clover. See that? Now we believe this is black tip. Look what he's mowing on. And then he comes into the clover. But he's eating over there. Remember black tip had the 2 tines? He's not growing out much here like pinstripe is. But he's growing. Now this is pinstripe again. And look what he's doing. He's eating this leafy stuff, whatever that is. It's in that throw and grow product that I put in there. Which helped me make another decision. I'll show you in a second. Now this doe found this food plot. I don't know if it's the bigger one or the small one. She's got flies all over the place. July 15th, 7:47 p.m. I was actually there that day earlier on. I just threw a turnip product in here. I had thrown a clover product in the week before, after soil testing and all that stuff. Now, I didn't rototill it like I did the other one, which is probably my bad. I went to rent a rototiller at a place that was nearer here than the one at home, and it was just a little, it was junk. It was nothing. Let's not talk about it. I threw the product down anyway. It didn't grow. Threw the turnips down that very day, and Jim sent me a picture of it, and there wasn't much growing. Well, because I saw the video of the deer eating the throw and grow product, I came down here with a bag of that and threw it this past weekend. Hopefully something will grow there. I mean, I never tilled up where it's down below. I never tilled up where it's up above where that spike is. I never tilled it up. Jim just went by with his excavator and flattened it out, and I came in there, limed it, fertilized it, and threw the seed down, and it grew like wildfire. And I'm hoping it does the same thing here, because I need something here. The idea was to have a product in the ground that the deer could eat all winter long. But I'll have to do something better next year, maybe with better equipment. And I'll show you what I mean by better equipment. This is me. Hey, look at that ugly dude. Anyway, this is what I mowed the clover. Now I know this is the day after I said I was here. I must have been wrong, because this is Saturday, and the other day previous was Friday that the doe found that food plot. So it tells you not much grew past that, but it tells you that I'm doing something right with the clover down here. I mean, look how high it is. The mower is, now that I jacked that mower up as high as it would go. It's cutting it down to about 4 inches. Okay, and I'm letting it. I threw some turnips in here too, and there's some streaks where I missed seeding entirely, and it's just dirt. So I threw the turnip product in there, and I'm actually mowing the mulch over it, so it mulches on top of it. Hopefully that'll help it out. Don't know if it did or not. Wasn't smart to look to see if anything was growing when I was up there this past weekend. But that's me mowing it, and I'll show you what the difference is in the height of this stuff. That was on the 16th. I mowed it. Now this is after I fixed the camera the bear had knocked down. I put it in a tree so it couldn't be. It's on the other end of the food plot. And this is me. And look how high that clover got in those 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. So that's growing well. Now I'm looking better. Trimmer. All is working out. I'm losing the weight. Well, anyway, this is VT Archer from Wheelock, Vermont. Well, I live in Essex. My land's in Wheelock. Thanks for watching. P.S. Deb and Don, you know whose hat that is. Thanks for subbing.